Can't wait until Thursday. I, 48 male, will make my wife, 44 female, shocked. So, my wife and I have been together for 17 years. We are still stupid for each other, and she is the absolute love of my life, best friend, confidant, and co conspirator. About 2 years ago, she started having joint aches and pains and some minor swelling in her hands, wrists, ankles, etc. So off we go to the general practitioner who gives us a consult to a rheumatologist. Come to find out, she has rheumatoid arthritis. No worries, she started treatment. Fast forward to a month ago when our North Texas weather decided to go full mental and start changing temperatures and rain weather by the hour, it seemed. She woke up after overnight temperature changes and thunderstorms, and her hands were huge. Worse, her small petite fingers looked like sausages. Even though she had been previously warned about this, she slept in her wedding ring, so off to the doctor's office where they had to cut off her ring. So now for the band, our rings were special ordered from Ireland and custom designed and have words in Gaelic around the exterior of the ring, negating any type of repair, and they were designed and made 17 years ago. She was absolutely gutted. I assured her we would figure it out and it wasn't a big deal, but I could tell to her it was. I went Sherlock Holmes mode. I Googled until I couldn't Google anymore. I was able to find that the original jeweler had closed up shop 10 plus years ago due to age. I searched some more. I finally found his personal Facebook page, and I messaged him and waited and waited. I finally get a response from his daughter that had noticed a pending message on her dad's page and that he passed away just 6 months ago. I expressed my condolences and she asked what was the purpose of my inquiry. I go into this long diatribe about what had happened, etc. She tells me she understands and is so sorry about what had happened. Fast forward a couple of weeks, I get a message on Facebook from an unknown person until she explains this was the daughter of the jeweler. She explains that she went through all her dad's designs and looked up the approximate dates and thinks she found the drawings, details, and molds in her dad's things and wanted me to confirm. She sent pictures and I confirmed that yes, those are our rings. She said she would get all of this to us as soon as possible and asked for our address. I opened my email this morning to find tracking information and pictures of our rings. She went ahead and had her brother, who had taken over her father's business, make our wedding bands again in her original size and 2 extra in 2 larger sizes in case her condition causes her fingers to swell and change, and mailed them to us at no charge. I asked why they did both as mine was fine, and she said it would not be fair that my wife had to have a new ring and I was allowed to keep my old one. She told me we needed to put our original set away and to enjoy our new wedding bands. I asked about compensation, and she said she was honored to keep her dad's work and spirit alive. Our new wedding band will be here Thursday, trying to think of a romantic way to present her with them as she has no idea any of this took place. Edit 1. I rarely keep anything from her, but didn't want to tell her I was trying only for her to be ultimately disappointed. The absolute hardest thing for me from now until they arrive will be to not tell her, as we tell each other everything. So now I not only need to figure out how to do this, but not to spill the beans until then. Our friends nicknamed us Mickey and Mallory as well as Marshall and Lily from How I Met Your Mother because we literally tell each other everything. Edit 2. I thought about taking her to our local favorite restaurant where I actually proposed to her. She's a VA nurse, how we met 18 years ago, and so always goes to the bathroom to wash her hands prior to ordering. When I originally proposed, I waited until she got up to wash her hands, dropped her ring in her wine glass, and waited. I'm thinking of a repeat. Edit 3. And to those of you saying I am awesome, not in the slightest. She is my world. She brought 2 sons to this add-water family that were my pleasure to raise and are now my best friends. She is the reason I breathe and supported all of us when I went back to school to achieve my 2 doctorates to advance my career. She is my hero. I wake up every day to earn her all over again. This was one small thing I was able to do to bring her happiness. Her joy is why I have a heartbeat, and I don't give a good flying fuck at a rolling donut if I seem sappy. If a man isn't allowed to get sappy over his wife, he shouldn't have one. Update. So I have just returned from lunch where my wife received her new bands. We kept it low-key, no pictures, video, and semi-private. What we did was plan to take her cut bands to a local jeweler after lunch and invited our two sons to lunch before the appointment. While ordering, the oldest son asked to see the damaged cut wedding band, saying he might be able to fix it. He takes it below the table and starts acting like he is squeezing and straining, and then places a complete fixed band on the table and asks his mom if that works. She is astounded and places the band on her finger, but it was too big. The youngest son says that he can fix that and asks for the band. Wife reluctantly, and with the look of what type is going on her face, hands the band to our youngest. He takes it below the table and squeezes and strains and makes it smaller but not quite perfect. When she puts it on, she is now trying to figure it out, and as she takes it off and starts to inspect it, I take it away from her and do the same act as our boys, but this time the band fits perfectly on her finger. She has quite literally had enough. She finally takes it off and is inspecting it pretty hard and cannot figure it out until my oldest places her cut and older band on the table. Our youngest places the two large bands on the table, and I place the next size on the table. At this point, she's just staring at all of us, and I explain what had happened and how I was able to find the jeweler, etc. I even showed her the Reddit post. She didn't start crying until reading about the comments and all the caring and support you guys posted. Lunch was ordered. We all talked about everything, ate lunch as a family, parted ways back to respective work, home, etc. She, wife, did mention that after reading all the replies, she would have killed me if I'd had gone full public display and all that, so very thankful to those that suggested to keep it low-key and semi-private. So, about the jeweler, they responded to my email regarding posting the name and information and would like to maintain their privacy. The oldest son is making jewelry and doing repairs only to catch up previous orders and work requests prior to their father's passing. Once it is all caught up, they are closing it for good. They sent copies of the drawings and mold of our bands, and we placed them in our safe at home in case this happens again. We can get something made and designed. I followed up asking if there was any way to repair their kindness and haven't had a response. Regardless, my wife is planning on hitting up some local spots and making them a Texan gift package and send it to them. And that's it. She is extremely happy and overjoyed. I am really glad it's over, as I had no idea this would garner this much attention and can now go back to our normal lives. Thanks to everyone for your suggestions, and we are grateful for all the outpouring of genuine caring. Edit, I keep reading comments about the jewelers and this being fake. The daughter, son, and uncle are all working part-time to finish work that was commissioned prior to their father's passing. From what was explained to me, none of them were or planned to be in the jewelry business, so take that however you want. I have tried to be as genuine as possible and have zero reason to be dishonest. I really do feel sorry for the cynical way some people live life. Follow the old adage, if you can't say something nice, and that's the end of this story. What do you guys think about this story? Let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys on the next video.